So now I can do a proper review on the Stubby Nozzle, and Derek from Stubby Nozzle Company also sent over this turbo clip, which I really like. Basically, you just clip it on this turbo button. Just hold the turbo button down and slide it on, and that's it. And it just keeps the turbo button held down. You don't have to keep pressing it down. So it's on right now. And to take it off, you can just slide it off. And now it's popped back out. But when I dry the car off, I always have to hold this button down because I always use the turbo button. And it's just a nuisance. So this clip makes my job a lot easier. It's just really convenient. And to take it off, it just comes off like that. But I just keep it on there so I don't lose it. Now let's talk about this. This thing is on here pretty good. Like, look, it's not going anywhere. And the battery's on here, so this battery is heavy. It's not going anywhere. It's pretty secure. Although I don't recommend that you carry your ego blower like that. Just use the handle. Don't use this. But this isn't going anywhere. It's on there nice and securely. If you decide to get this Stubby Nozzle, invest in this Blowerband. It can be a lifesaver. I've even seen some people put the Blowerband on this part of the ego blower. You don't want to scratch your paint up, because I actually did that in the video that I'll show you. I nicked the car when I had this on, when I was drying it off. I nicked the handle, but luckily it didn't leave any scratches because, you know, this is soft rubber, whatever it's made of. It protected the paint. So invest in this band. You want to get this band at least. Now putting it on here, I don't know how good of a fit that's going to be. I didn't want to stretch mine out, so I'm not going to put it on here. It looks like it might be, you might stretch it out. And some of the pictures that I've seen, actually, when you put this blower band around here, some of the edges like come up slightly. So I'm not sure if you're going to get like that full 360-degree protection per se. So just be aware of that. I will say this Stubby Nozzle looks a lot better than what I was using before, which was this coupler. This coupler looks so tacky compared to this. So just look at it. Just look at the optics. Just aesthetics wise, right? Look at this. And now look at this. So, and I really like the green accent too, because it just matches perfectly. So as far as aesthetics wise, like looks alone, I'm only going to be using this. Like, I just bought this because I was being cheap and I didn't want to spend the money on it. So, alright, let's talk about this. Don't use this to dry your car off. This is a terrible attachment. It sucks. It takes the longest. In my other video, I timed it, and this attachment always took the longest. I dried the car off like 5 times with each attachment. So this, just know this sucks. And I think that there's also more of a chance that you'll scratch the car paint and nick it if you use this long attachment, because it's just too long. So this is a no-go. Don't use it. You're better off using nothing at all like this. I'd still recommend putting some protection on this though if you're not going to get the Stubby Nozzle. Now as far as the drying times, I did time it with the Stubby Nozzle and without the Stubby Nozzle, and the results kind of surprised me. I really wouldn't put too much weight on this little experiment because I only did it one time. I should have did it a minimum of like 5 times, and if I got the same result each and every time, then I could say, oh yeah, this definitely is quicker than no attachment. But I can't say that for certain, because I only did I only did the test once. So just keep that in mind. So when I did it, this was 2 seconds faster than with no attachment. So I only did 2 doors. I only did the windows and 2 doors. And like I said, I only did it once. But this was 2 seconds faster. That being said, I don't know how accurate that was. I won't put too much weight on the accuracy. Again, like 2 seconds isn't that big of a difference. So, but this thing, you're going to take at least like 30 seconds longer to drive the whole car. So don't use this. All right, now let's talk about taking this thing off, because Derek says, I was watching one of his videos, and some people I noticed have a little bit of trouble taking it off. You squeeze from the middle and then you pull, right? I really can't do it that way. I have small hands, and maybe I just don't have a lot of finger strength, but this is what works for me, right? So I take my thumbs, right, and I actually push down and inward a little bit. So I'm pushing down and inward slightly, right? So it's going to go like this, and it comes off really easy. I don't have to use a whole lot of pressure. So it just comes off like that. So if you're having trouble getting your stubby nozzle off, okay, remember, down and inward, and it's not a lot of pressure. And I'm not pushing up from the bottom either. I'm just like placing my other fingers at the bottom. I'm not pushing it. It's just from the top. I'm pushing down with both of my thumbs and inward. And it just comes off really easily. So this is how I take it off. I put my thumbs right here. So I don't know if you can see the letters, but it's like the N and the O is showing, and a little bit of the Z, and I just push down and in, and it comes off just like that. Down and in at the same time, and you don't need a lot of pressure. And I'm pushing like pretty much right on the letters, so down and in, and it comes off really easily. So if you have trouble taking your stubby nozzle off, just try this method and see if it works. So I'm going to do a quick test. I'm going to dry both the doors off and the windows off, and I'll time it, and I'll do it with the stubby nozzle and without the stubby nozzle to see which one is quicker.